their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the Florida Gators. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
The Sooners head coach told me here in the pregame, this is a crucial moment in their season. They've got to decide what type of team they are. They're finding ways to lose close games, and they've got to get their first win in conference play. Coach says it's crucial that they get off to a good start here today. He wants focus, communication, and more dominance and physicality at the line of scrimmage. I'll keep you posted on how they look down here from the field level to start the first quarter. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. The Sooners ready to kick it away first. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. Caught behind the line. It's Brown. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
It'll be third and short from their own 33. Jones wants to throw it. Serious arm strength on that third down pass, but it's incomplete.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. And the roar is reverberating throughout this stadium as the defense has them pinned deep. On the draw, it's Blaylock. Oh, he's got some space. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Turns up, it's Tategna. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Hogs it downfield. And they can't make the connection on third down.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory.
They snap it to the up end. He'll try to run for it. There's a crease. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the fourth down decision pays off big time.
They had the exact look they had practiced for and what they wanted. The up man gets the snap directly. He's able to use the speed, get the first down, and the chains are moving.
Look out! And he never had a chance.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Second down, gonna throw it. Finds his tight end. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. They can make plays. They can run people over. They can now run around people. So nice to have these tight ends.
The Sooners with the 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Makes the catch. It's Robinson.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Sooners in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Uncorks one. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
How about that? That's already the 3rd target this guy has had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Ball at the 31, 3rd and short, coming defense trying to rise up. Calls his own number. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28.
And that will go such a long way in deciding this football game. Who can win these short yardage situations? Who can be the more physical team? And this offense right here showing the work up front, man. The big boys all moving together, creating enough space. And I love the way Palmer, the back gets downhill, understands where the 1st down marker is.
Yeah, some running backs just have a nose for it, and this guy does as well. He's able to sort of find the crease, make himself small, fit into those small spaces, and pick up the first to keep the offense on the field. It's all about momentum and being able to keep drives going. I know that's not going to really show up on any highlight reels, but that was a big play here for the offense.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the 1st quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Scoreless as we head into the 2nd quarter. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. They'll run out of the gun here with Robinson. They get him down, tough run, picks up 4. They'll mark it at the 19.
And when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense. Sets his feet. It's Mateer.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on fourth down again. Needs it. Powers through the defender. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown Sooners. There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Looking for space. It's Pryor. They put the brakes on it.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Jones to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a 1st down.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Wilson has it over the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time. And you saw all of it on that end route.
They just keep firing. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be 3rd down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
He's changing the play. They'll send the back in motion. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And the Gators are moving quickly down the field. Jones wants to throw it. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. That's why that one fell incomplete.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Fires to the big fella. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
And I think with Florida, man, it's all about the quarterback position. When it was rolling at its peak, right, it was Jesse Palmer and Tim Tebow. That guy was pretty good, too. But, like, finding that guy that can make the plays, I think bringing in Buster Faulkner is a big deal. They'll have a great offensive identity. But, Palmer, Florida's good when they got the trigger.
Well, the good news is they didn't have to leave the U.S. border to find the next guy like they did way back in the day. But you're right. I think Buster Faulkner really is the key. I thought one of the big moves for John Sumrall in the offseason was bringing in Faulkner as his offensive coordinator. One of the most difficult coordinators to defend. You ask any D coordinator in the country, and he only seems to get the best out of his quarterback. So they had a guy in DJ Lagway. They had really high hopes. Things didn't work out. He moves on to Baylor. But this is a critical spot. How quickly this new quarterback can get on the same page as his play caller, that's critical for their success.
The Gators go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Drops back on first down. Still looking to his right. Lets it fly. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida.
And a lot of times when you get down here in the red zone, man, it's players, not plays. Finding your individual matchups that you feel very confident in. And I'm not surprised they went to their go-to wide receiver. And I'm also not surprised that he won on the outside and got the touchdown.
And the extra point is good. Fielded in the end zone, it's Thomas. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking for a man, it's Mateer. He's got it. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Holds on, it's Sategna. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Well, they execute the end route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. Left side is Sategna. Breaks into the open. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Long way to go on second down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Caught, it's Avant. Makes the grab, and down immediately, he picks up a few.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
Throws for the tight end. And they can't make the connection.
It's been a tale of two drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up one first down, but really nice job there on that third down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
The Sooners will line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Looks it in. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Jones to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Pulls it in down the middle. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has them across the 50, and they'll have it first and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Clock is stopped. Florida has called a timeout at second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Second down, going to throw it. Fires to the middle. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Bingo, Ruben, bingo, Ruben.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye of that full Gator head, let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. We start with Notre Dame taking on the number 3 team, the Miami Hurricanes. And it's the Fighting Irish in one of those old-school fight-in-a-phone-booth games. Neither team has been able to break out offensively, but it feels like the one that does will come away today with a signature win. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think his play caller's right now.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
Well, it's been a defensive struggle so far in this game. In the first half, we saw that. And I guess the question is in the second half, can these defenses keep it up? It looks like this one can. Getting a sack there on second down. They're still playing with a tremendous sense of urgency.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Out wide left. It's Sategna. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
And that's a big throw. That's a big-time throw on third and really long, making a play, not putting the ball in harm's way. But I love what the defense did, man.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. A designed run for the quarterback. There he goes. Crosses midfield. The 30. The 20. He's at the touchdown, Oklahoma. That one will give them the lead.
Well, on that fourth down play, you're just trying to move the chains, right? You're just trying to get enough to get the first down. Instead, that running play turns into a home run. There was a missed tackle. He got into the open space. He takes it all the way.
And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Jones wants to throw it. Left side is Singleton. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
In the slant route, you got to put that foot in the ground and cut in a hurry so you can create a little bit of separation from that cornerback. And a nice job with the concentration, plucking that football, pulling it in.
Wants to throw one first. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They've got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
He wants to throw it again. He tries to take the top off. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there. Touchdown, Gators. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
Well, you got to give the quarterback a lot of credit on that one, David. As soon as he recognized man coverage, there was no question where he was going to be looking. One of the fastest wide receivers in the game.
I was about to say, you credit the quarterback. It's his speed. You play him man-to-man, he gets open, he wins. I'm not sure why we're crediting the quarterback. He's got jets.
And he's going to bring this one out. He'll be out of bounds short of the 25 at the 22-yard line. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Snagged in the middle, it's Harris. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. You got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
The Sooners will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they're going to try it again. It's another fake. They'll stop him short, and they had it sniffed out from the beginning.
Man, the fake punt. The idea of the fake punt is so great. I'm going to catch you off guard, get a free first down. When it goes south, everybody's ticked off. Why did you do it? What a stupid play call. So if you just called it, sorry, but that's what I had to say about it.
Here's a give to ball. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Quarterback changing the play. Fresh set of downs going up top. Takes a hit as he fires. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy at 2nd down.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
Jones to throw. Here comes the heat. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. Turning it on. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Snap on first down, wants to throw. He wants to go deep. He's got it inside the 30. Off and running. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
And they call this sudden change. And we talk about it up in the booth. We're hitting each other right here. Like, you got the turnover. First thing you want to do is be aggressive. Take all of that momentum and go capitalize. And what do, man? One play, a big passing play, a big answer, and big-time momentum gained in this football game.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. Now a timeout call by the Sooners. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Drops back on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself.
Man, this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
2nd and long here. Jones wants to throw it. Quickly out to the tight end. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
3rd and 7. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. A big turnover here for the defense to end the quarter. Both of these teams still on the outside looking in at the top 25, but here are the rankings as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. So first down will open up the final period. They'll start on the ground with Xavier Robinson.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Empty backfield, 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Incomplete. What a fight for that one in midair, but neither guy could come down with it.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep. Good coverage.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. To the air, it's Mateer. Turns it upfield. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Straight ahead, it's Blaylock. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. He breaks a tackle. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
And, man, you see it again. It's got to be frustrating for this defense. Like, there's a reason the offense has the lead, and it's because the QB can drop back and do things like that. It's supposed to be a pass, everybody playing pass, but he's just got such a knack and such a feel to take off and run and make people miss and create explosive plays, and that's why they built the lead here today.
Delayed give. It's Blaylock. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Got it behind the line. It's Sategna. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job increasing. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Big 3rd down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. On the move. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
Send the tight end in motion. Quick give. It's Robinson. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Here's Robinson one more time. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? So just 1 second before the clock would have stopped anyway. The defense uses a timeout here, and of course it'll stop again on the next play for the 2-minute timeout. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Wants to throw, it's Mateer. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And he got it! Hold on just a second, a flag down. Let's see what's up with that. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands.
Number 29, set to kick off.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Inside, it's Pryor. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline. So they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Fresh center downs going to the air. Escapes the pressure going right. He's going to run it. He's knocked down short game. Maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. Gets the back moving. Jones to throw. Rush right in his face. Face to grab. Just feeding his pads to the defense as he gets it to the 36. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. Looking to throw for it. Rolls right. They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range. Got to make the play on fourth. Got his man downfield. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the fourth down to keep the drive going. Timeout call by the offense. 24 seconds left on the clock. The Gators will line it up on 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Late touchdown here, probably too little too late. It would take a monumental miracle to come back now.
If we had any chance to make this happen. We had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
And he made the extra point without problem. The clock reads 19 seconds. Onside kick coming. They have to get it to have a chance to win. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
And you're just waiting for that right bounce, that right skip for that ball to get 10 yards to try to make something happen and make a miracle come to fruition. And, Palmer, it's not going to happen. The defense's hands team, they were ready, they were dialed in, and they get the football back.
Yeah, they fall on that one, David, and they can breathe a little bit easier now. But let's be honest, I mean, in college football, we've seen crazier things happen in these types of situations. The ball takes a crazy bounce. There's always a chance, but you got to give the receiving team there a lot of credit. The hands team gets it done, and they win the game.